Hello guys, so today we will see how we can deploy a Node application on the AWS. So now let's start the video. So first we need to a Node application. So I already created our my Node application, and we also create a Docker file for the Dockerize our application. So I already created a Docker file, and in the Docker file contain the my Node version. First I use the Node 20 that I configured Node 20 here, and then I create one app directory. Then third command is copy a package JSON, and then we also write for install our all dependency, and then I write a command for build our Node application, and then I expose our port where our backend is, our Node application is run. Okay, so first we want to deploy our application on the AWS. So first we have to create one IAM user for the AWS access. So now go on the AWS IAM and create our IAM user. So here we can create a user. Here we enter the username, temp user, and then I want to create IAM user, and then here console password, there I have two options: custom password or auto generate password. You can choose. If auto generate password, then password will be generated automatically, and custom password you have to choose your password. Okay, now and click on the next. Here we can attach user some policy directly. So I can give a admin access for my user, and then click on the next. Okay, and now click on the create user. So my user is already created, and then click on the return to user list. So here my IAM user are successfully created. Now I created a access key for access AWS AWS services. Okay, now click on the create access key, click on the command line interface, and then next. Here you can give some description value, temp user access, create access key. So we copied our access key and secret access key in the env for the reference. Here our secret access key. Okay, done. Okay, so I successfully create access key. Now we can create a ECR for store our Docker images. So we can go on ECR, need to go, and it's called stand for Elastic Container Registry. Here we can create a create. So here we can give the name, Backend deploy, and then click on the create button. So our repositories are already repository created, and then we want to push command. So first here we can configure AWS, add the access key, secret access, configure our region, and then okay. So we successfully configure our AWS credential. Now we can log in our ECR using this command. Okay, so we successfully logged in. Now we can create a Docker build. So for this So we are using this command for creating Docker build, then click. So our Docker build are successfully created. Okay, now we can give a tag for our Docker images. Now check our Docker images. So here our Docker images are successfully created. Now we can push our Docker images on our repository. So we are using this command. We push the Docker images on repository. Click. Okay. Yes, so my Docker image is pushed successfully on the ECR. So now we need to create a EC2 instance. Here you can see the Docker image here. So we need to create a EC2. Click on the launch instance. Here we have to give our instance name, Backend deploy. We use the Amazon Linux, and then we using a T2 micro. We create a new key pair, give a name Backend deploy AWS. Create a key pair. Here we get the PAM file. Okay, now we need to edit and then add security bound rule. Here we can allow HTTP and click on the anywhere, and then click on the launch instance. So our instance is creating. Okay, so our instance is created successfully. Now here we get our instance. Okay, now we can go PAM file, right click, property, and we give the permission only read only. Okay, then we copy this file, and here we can create a folder key and we paste here. Okay, then now here we in the git ignore I will add my key folder. Okay, now we logged into our instance. So here we go in the key and click on the connect. Give the permission and use this command for login into our instance. Okay, now we successfully logged into our instance. Okay, now we configure our AWS here. So first we need to install a Docker in our instance. So for Docker installation, we Docker install AWS. For Linux, now we successfully install our Docker in the EC2, and now we can start the Docker service. Okay. We again log in the EC2. Okay, now our Docker are successfully installed. Okay, now we pull our Docker images in our Docker image in our instance. So we go to ECR. Enable AWS config. We need access key. Configure our AWS here. AP South 1. Okay, then now we logged in. Successfully logged in ECR. Now we can pull our Docker image. So Docker pull. So our Docker image is downloading in our EC2. So here we can see our Docker images. Docker image. Okay. And now we need to run our Docker image. So for this we write a command docker run -p (1001). So our Docker image are successfully running. We check the status. Docker logs, and we can check our Docker logs. So our application are successfully running. Now we go to EC2 and here we use the public IP and open address. So our application is successfully deployed. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and if